So here we're going to be finding all the reciprocals of the number, okay? So the reciprocal of 2/3 is going to be, if I flip it, 3 over, let's see, 2, okay? So finding the reciprocal is taking the number and flipping it, okay? Write the reciprocal of 3/4. That would be 4 over 3, okay? Which you need to learn how to do before you divide fractions. Look at this information here. Two numbers are reciprocals of each other if their product is equal to 1. So the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4 over 3. And that's what we call it. You're just flipping it. Now you have a 7 here. This is going to be a little bit tricky. So since we're talking about fractions, you got to take your 7 and you got to put it over 1. Then you do the reciprocal of 7 over 1, and that's going to be 1/7. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one. Now here we have a number that is a mixed number. So before we can take the reciprocal of 2 3/4, we need to turn that into an improper fraction. So we have 2 3/4. To turn it into an improper fraction, I multiply the whole number times the denominator, and then I add the numerator. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 is 11/4. Okay, that's going to be my 11/4 is the number. The reciprocal of it is going to be 4 over 11. So you got to take your number and flip it. Okay? All right. Next, write the reciprocal of the number 4 1/3. We do the same thing we just did. We turn that mixed number into an improper fraction. And the way we do it is you're going to multiply your whole number times the denominator and add the numerator. So 4 times 3 is 12 and 1 is 13, and you keep the denominator. So your fraction is going to be 13 over 3. However, to make the reciprocal of 13 over 3, you have to flip it. So your answer is going to be 3 over 13. Doesn't want to do what I tell it to do. Okay? All right. Now we're going to divide the fraction. Now that we know how to find the reciprocal, we're going to divide the fraction. 1/3 divided by 1/2. And the way that we're going to do it, let's write it down just as a reminder. 1/3 divided by 1/2, just like I showed you in the previous video. You're going to keep the first fraction. You're going to change the division into a multiplication, and you're going to flip the second fraction. And then you multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 1 is 3. So your answer in here is going to be 2/3. And do we have a choice? Yes, we do. Right here, 2/3. And that's going to be done. Okay? Let's do the next one. 1/5 divided by 1/4. By now you should be able to do this by yourself. 1/5 divided by 1/4. I'm going to keep the first fraction, change the division into a multiplication, and flip the second fraction. And then I'm going to multiply straight across. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 1 is 5. And my answer is 4/5. And if I look here, I got to remember my answer is 4/5, but I got it. Oh no, I'm good. 4/5. All right. Let's do one last one, okay? And we have 1/4 divided by 1/2, okay? 1/4 divided by 1/2. I'm going to keep the first fraction. I'm going to change the division into a multiplication, and I'm going to flip the second fraction, and that's going to be 1 times 2, it's 2. 4 times 1 is 4. However, this is not in its simplest form. They both can be divided into 2. So I need to reduce the fraction by dividing them into 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my answer is going to be 1/2. Let's look at the paper here and see if we have a choice. Yes, we do. 1/2. That's our answer. Okay, let's see if we don't have a different kind. We're not going to do another one. Oh, yes, we do. So we are going to do one more here. The reason why I want to do this one is because you have 1/8 divided by 3. You have a fraction and you have a whole number. Okay, and those are different. We had practice already, but I want to do it again. So 1/8 divided by 3. What I want you to do is turn that 3 into a fraction by putting it over 1. Then you're going to keep the first fraction. You're going to change the division into a multiplication, and you're going to flip the second fraction. Keep, change, flip. And 1, then you multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 3 is 24. So your answer in this case is going to be 1/24. And there it is. We got it. 1/24. Okay. And that's it. So whenever you are doing your regular division on iReady, I expect everybody to get 100%. Good luck, guys.